Would Senator from the 27th yield for a question?
So Senator from the 27th yield for a question.
What,
She yields. Senator from the 30th.
what do you perceive to be the polluter loophole?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Could you repeat that?
What do you perceive to be the polluter loophole?
Senator from the
Corporation.
27th.
That we're not holding corporations accountable.
Senator from the 30th.
Well, I'll save my remarks on the bill for later. But on the amendment, the concept of passing a law that would call someone guilty of something is called a bill of attainder, and it's unconstitutional. To do it now, after the action would also be ex post facto, also unconstitutional. So to say that we can't pass something unless those things happen is kind of a non sequitur, because it can't happen, get shot down by the courts. That's why Attorney General Call is actually doing that litigation, is because you have to do those battles in court. Now, the concept of a polluter loophole has also been a euphemism, a mischaracterization, and I think a deliberate semantic overload to talk about what is being called a polluter. Now, a polluter has been mischaracterized as someone who's an emitter. And what this amendment does is it puts responsibility on all emitters of PFAS to be on the hook for costs related to remediation or well testing. Now, an emitter is just someone who has a substance going from their property to another property. In other words, everybody on French Island, everybody in Stella, everybody in Peshtigo, everybody near an airport who happens to be living near a pollution plume at no fault of their own, with it migrating through their property and then over to the next property. They are emitters, and they are what's being called a polluter by the DNR. This amendment actually holds them responsible for the remediation. The bill itself actually exempts those innocent landowners from remediation, and that's why the amendment needs to fail. The remedy would only be for these innocent landowners to sue international corporations, the government, or their neighbor. This is quite an example of an unnecessary and cruel government overreach, and I hope to see the bill pass as it is.